Welcome to another makeup look. Today I have a graduation party to go to, so I'm gonna use foundation for the first time. I think I used it a little bit during quarantine, but not a ton. So it's been a few months, so we'll see how that goes. So first I'm gonna start off by using the NYX primer base. I use a lot of NYX stuff. They work really well for me. Let's see. I've been liking the matte finish setting spray lately just because the foundation that I started using again tends to make me very dewy, and if I put the dewy setting spray on top of that, it doesn't really look dewy, it just looks greasy. So we're gonna let that dry for a little bit. Sorry, Mom, I still have your mug from who knows how long ago I borrowed it. Anyway, once that dries, I have been mixing, I've been mixing my foundation lately because I got like a little bit of sun during quarantine, but I think I'm just gonna go with it how it is today, and I'm gonna use a brush like this. I like beauty blenders a lot too, but I've been liking brushes lately. I don't know what's moving down there. So it is a little bit darker than me, but I'm just gonna spread it around, not a lot. I'm also gonna lighten it up with concealer later too. So I'm just gonna get all of it off the little thing. Tough because my mirror is like over here. I'm trying to get used to the whole video setup with the tripod and everything. So I'm just gonna brush it and buffer it into all the little parts. And it's a very light layer. If you need more or like more coverage, or really just depending on your foundation, go back through with another light layer. Like even if it is heavy or light coverage, I always go in with very light layers, because it's gonna be harder to take a layer off than to put another on. So I usually go right over my piercings. You could always clean them off later. I usually take a Q-tip with rubbing alcohol on it and just go in and clean them off. And then I'm gonna go in with my concealer. I think it's a shade lighter than my foundation. Oop. But it really just depends on your preference. Some people like to match it perfect, some people like it lighter. And again, I only do like a little bit. I feel like this is more than I usually do. I have been doing just under my eyes lately, and then I just use the same brush. Unless you want a smaller one to get in those places. I kind of squeeze it and bend it too. Oh yeah, I had a cut in my thumb, and I like how my roommate only had Peppa Pig band-aids. Like, okay, this is gonna have to do. Sorry, Bria. I get over my eyelids too, because half the time I really love using primer for my eyes, but most of the time I don't use it, and I think it's typically just because, I don't know, I ran out for a little bit. I didn't have a lot left, so I'm like, I'm not even gonna bother using it. And I got really good at packing on the shadow and making it look nice without primer. And then once I started using primer again, I'm like, wow, I should do this more often. But up to you, whatever you like better. I'm probably gonna use, maybe not, I'm not gonna use primer today. After your concealer and foundation's on, then I set it. Some people like powder better, some people like the spray better. Again, it's all your preference. I'm probably getting it in my coffee. So we'll find out if I like matte finish in my coffee. Yeah, so we're just gonna let that dry for a little bit. And I haven't contoured in a while either. I didn't even get my contour shade out today. I usually use this. It was given to me by a friend that I don't know if they just didn't want it or didn't like it. I don't know, but it works very well for me. Let this set a little longer. If you guys have any questions on any of the products I use or anything, just let me know. Actually, while we're waiting, well, I'm still drinking coffee though. I was gonna say I can put on my little NYX lip filler, but I'm still drinking my coffee and I don't want to get my coffee all spicy. So I'm gonna hold off on that. Okay. So first I'm gonna start by contouring my nose. I'm gonna use this little tall skinny brush. It's small enough that I could get in there, but like, I don't know. I've used this brush for like a couple of years now for contouring my nose and I really like it. So I'm just gonna tap like, so it's on the tip of the brush. Tap it off a little bit because you don't want too much. You can always build it up. And I'm just gonna go in very lightly on the side. It's been so long since I've done this. And then I'm gonna do it again. And get the other side. I'm not wearing my septum ring either. You can probably see through it. Get the other side. And then I'm gonna get right under the tip, like on this flat part. So again, it just depends on your nose how you contour it. But this is how I do mine. Maybe if you have a similar shape, it'll work for you too. I just kind of use the lighting to get like the natural shadows of where it naturally would be contoured, and that helps me out a lot. I know when I first started really getting into makeup, I'd do the harsh like lines on it. But then I discovered I didn't really like that and I liked this better. So really just trial and error, see what you like. And then this NYX brush I like a lot for my contouring. I just swirl it in there a little, tap some off. And then again, using like the lighting as like my natural like spot for contouring. And then again on the other side. I kind of make a dumb face when I do, but it helps. I'm gonna really blend it, especially because I want a little dark on this side. Blending it out, like more up into my cheeks, because I'm not planning on wearing blush today. So I'm kind of gonna use my contour to put a little bit more color into my face without putting color into my face. And then I'm gonna do my eyebrows. I'm gonna use my usual, and I'm gonna use two different brushes for it. I'm going to use one to get the pigment on there, and then another like just plain one. Well, it has some product on it, but I'm not putting more on it to kind of help fade it out. My eyebrows are growing back a little, so I'm just gonna brush what little hairs I have there. It's so tough not to shave them off again because I love switching it up, but I also enjoy my natural brows. So let's see. Again, I haven't cleaned my brushes. Don't be like me. That's bad. Clean your brushes. And then again, since I have some brows there, I'm just gonna go like right over, like use it as like a little guide, like right where they're supposed to be. So I don't really talk a lot while I'm filling in my brows because it makes me mess up. So, I don't know, I just feel like when my face is moving, I get unfocused. And I'm just using the plain brush just to kind of fade it. And then, since I don't have enough brow hair to go in with my mascara and accentuate the hairs in the front, I'm gonna go back in with the brush I originally used and pinch it really tight so I get more of like a fine line that I can do. Dip it back in and use that to kind of draw the individual hairs in the front, just a few. And this is tough because I'm using my camera and not my mirror, so. And my eyes are really bad. I wear glasses. It's blurry in the mirror, so if I try to just do it from here, it doesn't work out very well. So yeah. Just like that. And then if you want, you can even go back in with the other brush. Kind of blur it a little bit. There's one eyebrow. Oh, I'm knocking records over. And I'm struggling a bit with this one because, again, I'm using my camera as a mirror because my eyes are too bad to see in my mirror. And to me, it's not a huge deal if your brows are uneven when you fill them in, especially if you're going over your own ones, because no one's brows are the same. So either way, even if you shave them off and they're a little off, no one's brows are the same. So, and most of the time, no one's gonna notice because a lot of times no one's seeing you straight on like this. You're like moving, or they'll see like only side of your face, you know? So I like to keep that in mind. The last cold sip of coffee. And then I'm gonna do my NYX lip filler. I just got the clear one. Yeah, it's a little discolored because I'll do a look where I'll just line my lips and then kind of blend it with the gloss. I have foundation everywhere, but it's okay. I'm gonna go back in and clean off my piercings later. But yeah, then do another color over it, so. I like to slap it on. Okay, it doesn't make a huge difference, but it does help. I used to use the Too Faced one. I got it in Ipsy a while back, so I had the mini one, and I really liked it. And then I noticed NYX came out with one, so I'm like, oh, okay. So I tried that. Next, I am gonna do probably my eyes, or actually, I'm gonna do highlight. Was given to me. I do not like Jeffree, so, and it is Diamond Wet, and I love it so much, and I'm kind of annoyed because it's Jeffree, and I don't like Jeffree. So I'm gonna use a little Harry Potter brush and just kind of go in like that, just so I don't get too much. I kind of like sprinkle a little on there and then kind of rub it in. Then for highlighting my nose, I am gonna take a smaller brush. I have a clean smaller brush. That is, no, that's not clean. Okay, I don't have a smaller brush. I'm just gonna pinch together this one. There's probably enough on there actually from doing my cheeks, but I'm just gonna highlight the very, very middle here. I don't know if you could see that at all, but that's all I'm gonna highlight. It's that very middle part, very, very, very thin. I feel like my nose is big, so I will never highlight like the tip of it, only if it's like a tiny bit. So I don't like highlighting the tip of it because I feel like I have a bigger nose, but I just highlight the bridge to kind of make it appear. I need to stop putting my feet on my record little basket. Yeah, anyway, I just like it to appear thinner, I guess. I feel like I have a wide nose. And then next for my eyes, I haven't really decided what color I want to do besides black, because I know I want to do kind of a big, thick wing with a color, with fading into black. So I've had that idea. So let me just start with that and then kind of decide what color I want to do. But I use NYX liquid vinyl always. It's been my favorite for a couple years now. I go through it like crazy, so if anyone wants to send me some. So yeah, let's get that going. Again, it's tough because I'm not in my mirror. I've been doing this for a long time, so I feel like I can just whip it out. But if you guys want to map it out with eyeliner first, go right ahead. Same with brows. I've been doing them for so long, I feel like I could do it without mapping it out first. But if you want to do that, go for it. It helps a lot. Just gonna fill in the tip of it, because it is harder to get in there with eyeshadow. Do it to like there, because if you don't have a small enough brush, it's gonna be a little tough to get it in there. I don't think I have a small enough one to get in there. And then I'm just gonna take black from, I'll do it from the Chocolate Gold palette. I like the black a lot in that. And then I really don't have any little brushes. Huh. I guess I'm gonna get in there with a short little angle one. Just kind of fill it in like that. I'm gonna do it to about there. And then I guess I'm gonna go in with, this is tough. I want to try going in with this shade because I haven't used it yet. It's tough. Maybe not. I don't know. I get very indecisive, but I don't. We'll give it a whirl. I should have thought about this first. Let me do the other eye and I'll think about it. I feel like I did that one way wider. But also I feel like my eyes are not even. So that could be it. And just filling in the very top of it. Then going in with a smaller brush. Yeah, I definitely made that one bigger. Oh well. Okay. I guess I am gonna go in with that pinkish color, see how that turns out. I'm gonna go in with, I love the ABH brush from the Modern Renaissance palette. So good. Gonna really get it on there. Tap off all the fallout. Go from the middle and kind of blend it into that black over there. Go all the way to the corner. There we go. You kind of have to build it up. And then I also wipe away the fallout as I go. That way it doesn't build up and get super messy. And then I also go back in with the black a little bit just to make it fade a little more. So there is that. It's kind of a pretty color. Let me go on the other side. I don't know why I'm closing this eye. If you guys can see okay with me holding this mirror in the camera, I'll do that more often. Or let me know if you have any like tips or anything. I'm still very new to YouTube. And hopefully I'll actually keep up with it. Because I'd really like to go back in with the black. So there's that. Yeah, my eyes are uneven. That's why they're so uneven. And then I'm gonna go back in with the eyeliner and kind of do the inner corners. So let me pull out the mirror for this. You could go as far or as short as you'd like. And also as thick or as thin as you'd like. And I'll bring it right across. Like that. I think I'm gonna leave the middle plain. You can fill it in with black, you could fill it in with any color you'd like. Like usual, there's no rules. Like, don't think you can't do something with makeup because you can. Oh, that one's a little messy. It's okay. Also, I wear glasses, so it's gonna get smeared anyway. And that's so weird. I'm wearing foundation for the first time in months, so it's very weird seeing myself in foundation. It's cool, but weird. And then mascara. I don't really put a ton on the top, just enough to get the shadow off, because I am going to do lashes with this look. The bottom I put on kind of messy too, because I like kind of smearing the eyeliner too to make it more of like a, I don't know, not so like crisp look. And then the lashes, there's some kind of Eyelure ones, I think. They were like the last ones in a pack I had. I'm pretty sure they were Eyelure. I use a lot of Eyelure and sometimes Ardell, yeah, Ardell. If it is, if they're like the super like wispy ones and they're not too thin, because I feel like when they're too thin, since I do such intense like eye looks, they're kind of harder to see. So I just have these ones here, where it has like the thicker and thinner hairs on there. And I use the Duo clear glue. I know a lot of people like the black glue just because it blends in and you don't see it at all. But with me, it tends to get on my upper eyelids when I do that. So I don't use that because I don't always do black. And the clear works just fine for me. But whatever you want to do. And then I setting spray my face again, just as long as all the fallout's off. So I'm just going to do one last little sweep. And then do my matte finish again. Very light little sprays, let that dry. I'm gonna let the lash glue dry. Yeah, until then, I guess I don't really have anything else to add to this. Not sure what I'm gonna do with my hair today. I need to do my roots. But yeah, I guess I will post the finished look on my Instagram. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know any feedback you have. I didn't do lipstick. Let me do that real quick. I think, oh, this one matches. My dad got me this one for my birthday, so super excited about that. I'm gonna wipe this off real quick. Okay, so I'm also not gonna forget about my lashes this time and let the glue dry like I usually do. But, so Fatal Attraction by NYX. It's one of the slip tease ones. I usually use the lingerie ones. These ones are good too though. I feel like they're the same. I don't know what the difference is. But yeah. I know this one you also kind of gotta layer it on because it's kind of thin. And again, it's fine if you get it on the piercings because you just wash them off later. Let that dry a little bit so I can layer some more on there. Actually, I'll put my lashes on and then layer some more on there. So I usually take them from the end, kind of line it up where I want it. And then once you situate it where you want it, kind of hold it down. Like hold it against your eyelid. And I just kind of go across it. I should have waited longer for the glue to kind of set before I put it on, but that's fine. I kind of pinch it against my actual lashes too once it's a little more dry. That way you get it as close to your lash line as you can. Because I also didn't do top eyeliner with this look, so it's kind of easier to tell where the lashes are, so I want to get it really, really close. Oh, Peppa Pig helping me out. kind of push it down from the top once it's a little more dry. I kind of go back and forth and work on them, but the glue's still drying, but there we are. I'm gonna put another layer of lipstick on. I got it where I didn't want it. But I guess it doesn't really matter because I have a piercing there anyway. Yeah, this one isn't the best because it's thin, but it's fine. It doesn't have to be perfect. I might even end up changing it later because sometimes I do that. I'll change my lip color after deciding I don't like it. But yeah, tripod is falling, but it's fine. But that's today's look. I will probably, hopefully be posting on my makeup account. Thanks for watching.